simple words, and they stir emotions and feelings across the entire state of Alabama, which can be felt and in many cases starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFB this year, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Snags a quick pass on the left. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
And he's been the go-to guy all year long. Like, he's in the top 5 in all of college football in receiving yards for a reason. They're going to find him because he's always open, making plays. This dude has been unbelievable. He's being mentioned in the Heisman conversation. That is really hard to do as a wide receiver. So that shows you what kind of special year this young man's having.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
It's complete on the right side. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on third down. They just want to make the home run, highlight type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Looking to throw, it's Lacey. Plucks it out of the air. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And I tell you what, all this spread offense, man, it's really accentuated receivers and so many different shapes and sizes. But this guy, they're going to find him. They're going to find him early. They're going to find him often. He's made so many plays throughout the season and really been the feature of this offense. And this dude has worked his way. He might get a trip to New York as a wide receiver. That is not normal, and neither is this dude.
Here's a heat. He's got his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The noise level is relentless here on second with the back. Fighting off the defender. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He shed tackles right and left and housed it. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. From the gun, looking for a man. He's going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You've got to give your QB some time. You've got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Unloads to the right. He makes a catch. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. With this 7-0 lead. Looking for a man. It's Lacey. Finds the tight end. Turning it on. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
Love the route there by the tight end in man-to-man coverage. He's able to separate from the defender, and then once he has the ball, he's able to rip through the tackle and go get more yards.
Here they come, first and 10 from the 48. They'll go with a direct snap. Can't get him to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receivers.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year long. You know, the Iron Bowl is a civil war of hate between each other all year long, and they get to settle it on a big stage every year.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Gets it past the marker. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama! Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Cincinnati is down, but not out of it. Not in Nippert Stadium. One of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Iowa State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 Clash of the Titans, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. So here comes the Auburn offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Second down, he'll throw it. Right on the money. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Offense has it at the 28 on first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires to the tight end. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Fires to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Now facing a third and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. pass on the jet sweep. Finding open areas. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Trying play action. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Wants to throw on first down. Safe completion on the screen. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field.
Here we go.
Looking to throw on first down. He's got him. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Auburn lines up quickly.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the...
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Taking it the other way. He's at the 10. Touchdown tie. The defense takes matters into its own hands. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They've gotten nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a three-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, David.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Caught. Knocked off his feet. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. The offense changing the play. They'll try to get the first through the air. It's complete to the right. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
You know, in the SEC, you're going to have to run the football if you're going to win games. You can go on and on talking about great Auburn running backs back in the day, but right here, right now, if this team's going to win an SEC championship, they need to force feed this guy the football and let him go to work.
Fires to the middle. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It'll be 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but, man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Here comes the heat. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Lacey. Grabs it in the middle. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Now, anytime the ball goes in the air towards him, I feel like it's his. Like, there are no 50-50 balls. He just makes plays, game after game, play after play, and you see him featured in this offense for a reason. He's one of the best in the country, not just at the wide receiver position, period. This guy's in the Heisman Trophy conversation as a receiver.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Got his man downfield. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Marches ahead. And they can't punch it in with a first down run, and the defense has one stop.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Off play action. Touchdown, Bama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Harper. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
And your Auburn Tigers will take over first and 10.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Looking for space. It's Etienne. Makes it past the marker. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Holds and fires complete to the right. There he goes. The 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all offseason to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American Fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Rice has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside this building that hosted Super Bowl VIII. They're up by 10 over Memphis. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The run to the left. At the 35, he's open. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
Well, there's no mystery who they're throwing the football to, but defenses still can't find a way to cover this guy. And with that last catch, he now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the season.
He'll take a deep shot here. And he's got it inside the 25.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try the run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Back to throw, it's Lacey. Got his man. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
My old coach said, you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Alabama needs just a few inches here on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He's got the tight end. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that 1st half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. The offense will quickly use a timeout. No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Trying to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Set to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Finds a man on the left. Oh, he's got some space. Smashes through the tackle. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. The Tigers are in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes a connection. Into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34.
And the Alabama offense will take over. First and 10.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Dropping back, it's Lacey. Rushes on him. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
They'll go to the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Etienne. Still running at the 40. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands of the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
To the air on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here now early in their first possession in the third quarter. They're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready for it. This offense, though, they need to stay aggressive.
Handoff from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We've talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Working that left side now. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. The Tigers headed quickly to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the defense is starting to figure it out, I think. It's taken him some time. This guy already has 2 touchdown catches. That time, though, they were in a better position in coverage to force the incompletion.
And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Quick handoff. Breaks into the open. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that often...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, the offense is trying to take a shot deep down the field. How about the coverage? Knocking that ball away, doing it clean. No PI on that one.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll go to the toss. Look out, he's got room. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
This running back is so dynamic, and you've got to be able to take advantage of his speed by getting him to the outside. So that's why you dial up the toss play there. It's a nice way to change it up and get this guy in space to go make plays.
Quick touch pass to the receiver.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to pass. It's Lacey. Snagged in the middle. It's Reeder. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! The tide is rolling as Alabama starts to pull away from Auburn.
Yeah, and Alabama handling the moment. Obviously, we know they got great players, great tradition, but handling the moment in the Iron Bowl, big stage, a lot of hatred, doing a great job of handling all of that, Palmer.
And Alabama knew coming into this game, you just throw the records out when you're playing your in-state rival, Auburn. What matters is what you do on the field when that first whistle blows. And Alabama simply, in all three phases of the game, they've been better.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Someone moved a little early and the offense will go backward. So the decision has been made and the coach will take the penalty. Motion from the wide receiver. The snap sets up the throw. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PB in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Hey, some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Fakes to grab. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. On the move. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Looking for a man. It's Lacey. Pocket breaking down. Fakes the grab on the left. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
And how about the confidence of this quarterback? Palmer, I got to know, man. I know this receiver's a stud, but I'm putting two guys on him. I'm trying to take him out of the ball game, and he's still going to throw it that direction?
Because even when he's covered, he's open. And these guys work tirelessly all week long. They understand where they're going to be. They understand when the football's coming out. You could put a third guy over there, and I don't know if that would have changed the quarterback's decision. I think he was still going to his big playmaker on the throw.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Toss to the outside. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
Once you start getting closer to the end zone, you start bringing in more big bodies, right? They're going to run the football more. The field shrinks. I can run different coverages, but really nice job saying, that's fine. You bring in the big bodies. I'm going to toss the ball in the perimeter for a nice positive gain.
Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on third. Got his man on the outside. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Got his man quickly. Touchdown Tide! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Motion from the wideout. They're looking to throw on second and short. Got a man. Looks as if Auburn will have enough for the first down. After picking up a couple of first downs already on this drive, they'll snap it from close to midfield. Wants to throw on first down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, running back on the move. They don't get nearly enough on third down. Fourth down coming from the 48.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Rides to back and leaves it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another playoff here in the third. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. So first down will open up the final period.
Check. Blue 27.
The give on the inside. Turning it on. Got enough space. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bama! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Yeah, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man.
And your Auburn Tigers will take over 1st and 10.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Gets that thing away from the goalpost. He's got 5 out to the 10-yard line.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Coming up, 4th down.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to get it to the marker. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offsides. They're going to draw us offsides. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
Here comes that Alabama offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They've built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
2 teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. Kansas was able to cap off a close one in Lawrence with a narrow victory, and that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. So here comes the Auburn offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line getting set on 2nd down. From the gun. Give on the inside. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And, Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Brings up second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab, ready for the 1st down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another 1st down. To the ground with the back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
From the gun, the ground game. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Goes to the option. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's Lacey. Oh, they're after him. They're setting up the screen. They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down. 4th down coming from the 48. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the first down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing it's 3rd and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, the running back has it. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Davidson. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Unloads it left. It's caught downfield. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
And that's the first time the big fella's made a play. Like, this offense is built around his dynamic playmaking ability. That's usually a big part of what they do. It's not a surprise that they're losing in the 4th quarter because they haven't gotten him involved yet.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Using the quick game. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team that you're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's zeros on the clock.
And it's picked off right at the goal line. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. The latest edition of this in-state passion play is bathed in crimson as Alabama rolls to victory over Auburn in the Iron Bowl. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.